Hi, my name is Gary Schnell, and I'm making this video in an effort to introduce you to my recently published book, Science and Spirituality, Two Sides of the Same Coin. I began to write this book really following the death of my son 16 years ago. I did a lot of reading and a lot of thinking following his death in an effort to address my grief. I needed to find a meaningful context for his life and his death. Prior to that time, I had believed that every life is separate from every other life. Every object is separate from every other object. We are even separated from God. Therefore, I'd come to believe that my son had died alone. And that made me very, very sad. It was difficult for me to handle that. Now, while this is a book that I wrote in an effort to address my grief, this is not a book about grief. It does help me understand my grief and put his life and death into perspective. And it might do that for other people too. I can't say. I think it might. Let me explain how writing this book has helped me. Along my journey of reading and writing, I have come to understand that we are not separated, but all of life, everything in the cosmos, everything outside the cosmos is interconnected. I've come to understand that we are all interconnected with each other and with God, or what I sometimes refer to as consciousness. As a result of my understanding of this interconnectedness, that he did not die alone. Let me explain what I mean by that. The two sides of our brain, the two hemispheres of our brain, are out of balance. They function together in some ways, but the left side dominates the right in many ways. As a result, we are unable to see that there is an interconnectedness. In this book, I will look at how meditation can help bring a balance to this dominance such that the right brain and the left brain function more together. Now, when this balance is achieved, there is a greater sense of unity, there's a greater sense of beauty, and there is a greater sense of peace. This balance, this interconnectedness, also results in an awareness that there is a unity between science and spirituality. Now, these two topics had previously been felt to be opposite of each other, not compatible. But I must say that early meditators, Buddhist scholars, they've been aware of this unity between science and spirituality for some time. Their writing predates and is prescient to the findings of quantum physics. Now, quantum physics, when it's properly understood, can be seen to be consistent with the unification of science and spirituality. That helps us to understand such things as psychic phenomena, including near-death experiences, so that the end of my son's life, his biological life here on Earth, does not mean that he is gone. Indeed, we are all interconnected with God, with all other life, and with the energy that pervades our cosmos and extends outside our cosmos, transcends our cosmos. But it is this imbalance of the brain hemispheres that prevents us from being aware of the interconnectedness that exists and the continued existence of energy after biological life. So I have come to understand that my son did not die alone, and he is not actually gone. He is present in the energy that surrounds me. It's just that I can't understand that the way my brain hemispheres function. My left hemisphere keeps me from understanding that in a way that's meaningful. But I've come to understand that that is the case, and this book talks about that at length. So essentially, what I'm saying is that all of the energy with which we are made up of and that is around us, in us, and through us, it's all interconnected. So that when something tragic, like the death of my son, happens, it's not that it's necessarily a bad or evil thing. It is something that, because of the interconnected nature of all of this, informs me, informs the cosmos. And it is then something that becomes a creative force. His life and death have a creativity. I am a much better man for his presence and for his death. Somewhat on a selfish level, I know, but that is the case. His energy lives on. His energy lives on in me and is out beyond me. And that has provided me a significant degree of context, calm, and peace. I want to thank you for watching this video. I would ask you to consider subscribing and leave reviews. And again, the name of the book is Science and Spirituality, Two Sides of the Same Coin. Thank you.